just in terms of sheer scale of challenge. We're talking about 400 million young people in the next 10 years who will be under or unemployed.
When I started, I just knew the impact that I wanted to create, but I really had to learn everything from scratch.
I had no contacts in the sector, and of course I understood even little less about health and nutrition.
I realized that more impactful philanthropy would not come out of just money.
When we started, the issue of fecal sludge was not even talked about.
To be able to achieve our audacious goal of touching the lives of 1 billion people clearly isn't going to be done by Dasra alone. And that's really why we've situated ourselves in a place that requires us to work with others, to invite others to be part of this journey. So I think our origins were very home-based. We would all cook together and eat together and work together.
Dasra's contribution equally has been to provide high-quality talent to the sector. What is very nice to see is that this talent is not just people from the social sector, but they are people from the private sector as well, people from educational institutions.
20 years ago, there were 2 of us, and now, if you see this space, we're about 110 people all together in one place.
We've moved into multiple offices, and as we did so, we were very keen in having other NGOs, other partners, other funders even sit with us to share office space with us.
We literally had a garage, we cut it in half, put a floor on it, and Magic Bus was downstairs, and Dasra upstairs.
When we started working with these NGO leaders, we realized while they were phenomenal in terms of understanding the community and creating interventions that made impact on the ground, what they didn't necessarily have support in is developing themselves, looking at management teams, looking at structures, thinking about creating impact at scale. And that's where we realized that's where our core talent could actually come in to make a difference.
And so Dasra evolved into being more of a bridging organization, and we felt that if you supported the NGO with both kind of funding and capacity building, then these NGOs would really be able to scale.
I think in many ways, attending the Dasra Leadership Program helped me to understand the application of business principles to the social sector, and of course, form a network of very trusted friends who even today are my go-to people whenever I need anything.
Initially my dream had been to get to 5,000 schools, right, in the worst rural, remote areas. Even though I had the vision, I didn't really know the pathway to get to that scale. And I think that's why Dasra was a huge help, because it helped me to build that structure that helped you get from a 500 school to a 5,000 school. I remember Neera would come into my office one day every week to help me build a 5-year budget and a kind of a financial model, which I didn't know how to do.
We were trying to build something that we knew would be robust enough to be able to scale into multiple environments. So, the idea was that we wouldn't just continue doing ad hoc programming, but we would develop a curriculum and IP. So that was the first thing for 5 years, working with Dasra really right on our side.
Dasra has been the backbone for setting up this collaboration network. We've gotten a policy for fecal sludge management, which is the first ever policy any country has launched in the world. And it's all been a part of the whole collaborative platform that we set up.
We were one of the winners of the Dasra Giving Circle Award to fund our work on child health and nutrition. This was going to be the largest urban malnutrition program in the country, and certainly a very, very large program for Sneha to implement. Having Dasra as a partner has been one of the best things for Sneha through this entire process. They were with us for every monthly review meeting. They helped us recruit staff. They helped us identify critical resources, a monitoring evaluation specialist, an IT specialist, which made such a significant difference to the rollout of our programs.
Dasra has played a truly phenomenal role in the development of philanthropy in India. On an annual basis, Dasra works with 90 HNIs and philanthropists who donate over 120 crores each year. Now that is no mean achievement.
When I started my foray in philanthropy, before that I was largely giving money on emotional grounds or people I knew, and it used to be only money. But After I met Dasra, they had what is known as a giving circle. And in the giving circle, they brought forth an NGO. And they helped in selecting that NGO because it was technology based, which is my past experience. And which I felt also was an NGO which was highly scalable.
Over the years, while we've been always at the forefront of providing capacity building support in building stronger institutions, we realized a few institutions alone couldn't solve the problem.
I feel the world has to move towards collaboration. I think Dasra has such a unique opportunity really to play the role of the convener of those collaborations.
And I think the most important skill that we got from the team at Dasra was their ability to build relationships. Everyone is an expert in our field, and getting experts to collaborate is one of the hardest jobs.
So I'm really excited about the next 20 years. The last 20 years have been slow and steady, and I think it's taken us some time to figure out really what is Dasra about and where can we really make a difference.
We think there's a lot that can happen in India that is actually now being translated in the global development sector.
The big need in the nonprofit sector is to have many more nonprofits that are at scale, are high impact and cost effective, right? And we're not going to be able to get there without organizations like Dasra.
I think the big agenda ahead is also to channel adequate funding into the relatively ignored areas, but which are very vital for our country and for our society.
It is extremely important for India's transformation, and to really move the needle globally on the Sustainable Development Goals means India's got to move its goals. And so placing that at the forefront and really rallying stakeholders around that is what we really see collaborative action about.